Hey everyone, Ron here. So you have already likely heard about Grok, that Elon Musk AI assistant, and recently there's a beef going between Elon Musk and Sam Altman, right? So meet Grok 4, the newest, smartest AI model with real-time reasoning, and obviously there's a lot of competition. I mean, every day I wake up and I found there's a new model coming up, and that is a more smartest one. So in the next few minutes, I will walk you through the how to actually use it, what make it special, and whether it's worth your time or not. So for those who don't know what is Grok 4, Grok 4 is an XAI latest and greatest large language model, that is LLM, released in July 2025. It builds on Grok 3 by adding native tools, use real-time web search, multimodal capabilities, advanced reasoning, and multi-agent support. So without wasting any time, let's get started here. So as you can see here, this is Grok AI, and simply you can just go to Google and search for Grok 4 and you will come up here. You can access it from XA1 XAI, and obviously you can just go and click on this Grok and here you will find it. Now simply you can just sign up here or sign in from here. So let's just go and click on sign up from the top right side corner, because you will not have a lot of access here. You can also log in with your Google, Apple email, and with X2. Now simply I will just go and use my Google account from here and click on continue. And right now you have the complete access of Grok. So you can also go with the super Grok, but you need to upgrade your entire account here. So on the left side we have the chat. So just like how you use chat GPT or how you use any other LLM models, you can also use it from here. So hey, if I just type here, hey, obviously it will just go and check out from here, and you can just create a lot of things here. So here you will find this option of how much time it took, and this is a more, right? You can report this and everything here. From the top right side corner you can move this as a project, so you can create project, right? So here you can just go and click on different kind of chats here, right? And this is a voice. So obviously it will just take a few seconds to connect through your voice, and it will ask your access or microphone. So in this way you can talk to this AI, right? So you don't need to type, so it will save a lot of time. Now let's say I can just upload our image from here. So let's go to upload a file, and let's say I will upload an image. And once I upload it, I will just give a prompt that describe this image in detail, right? And within just few seconds it will just, it's thinking harder. Okay, so this image features a person with long baby hair, and this is how it's working, right? And obviously you can like, dislike it, and if you are not happy with the output, you can also just go and click on regenerate and it will work in a good way. So all the chats which we are doing here, new chats, it's just coming up here. And let's say you can, any day you can come back and you can just continue the entire chat here. Now this is a file, so whatever images you are uploading will show up in the file section here. This is a task, so you can just create a task. You can schedule a task to automate actions and get reminders when they're complete. So very similar to AI agent, but obviously if you just go and click on connect with N10, and if you use it, then Grok is really powerful there. I mean, this task feature is really powerful there. So the basic query, you can ask Grok summarize deep research. There's a code prompt, so if you don't know what it is, you can find it here. So for example, if you're doing a heavy research, there's a lot of research, and so you can just go and use a heavy one, and you can use expert, and you can use it a fast, right? So obviously, but for any case, if you don't know that what kind of option I just need to choose, you can choose here auto. Depending upon your questions, depending upon your interaction, automatically the Grok will identify which method it should go, and automatically it will just go and change it, right? Now here this is a project, so you can create a different project. So let's say I want to create a project here. Let's say the test one, and here I can add a simple instruction. Let's say I will act right here, act as a best script writer, right? And I can just give a more detailed prompt, and obviously in this way it will act completely in a different way. I can upload the all this project file and everything and click on done. Right now here I will just write here, write a script on a dog and a fox, and automatically it will just start writing it. So this is a great thing, because for very specific things you can use this very specific project. That you are into a coding, then you can create a different project and you can use that. So that is the best use of Grok which I have found till now, and I cannot find this in a chat GPT, right? Because I cannot create projects, right? You can do it in the paid version, but in the free version you can't. Now let's talk about the pros and cons here. So in the pros, basically real-time web content and up to minute awareness. And it's Grok is not so much censored as you compare with ChatGPT or Gemini. And it is a powerful reasoning, great for coding analysis and research. And there's a multi-model import, there's a API availability. What's the con? So free access is very limited and time bound. Obviously, there's occasional controversies going on, bias response, still undergoing, red teaming, and Grok 4 is heavy reserved for premium subscribers, because if I just go and change it, I cannot change it because I cannot use the Super Grok, right? Because it is only for the paid users. Still newly fairly limited availability outside subscription tier. So who should use it? So you can use it if you want up-to-date reasoning, savvy AI that work with live data, a powerful coding buddy or research assistant. You can just juggle between Gemini, Claude, or ChatGPT and Perplexity, right? Because for different need, you might like the output in a different LLMs, in a different chat GPTs, right? There's a powerful coding buddy, right? So, and who should not use it and who should wait for it? So you need ultimated free access. Usage caps exist, so basically you cannot use it. I mean, it has a short memory, so every chat has a short memory. You can just cannot keep on going and going and going, and that's the main issue here. You prefer well vetted models, some safety concerns are being addressed. Your budget, if you're budget conscious, then obviously you should be away from this Grok. You can go with the Perplexity or something else, right? So it's completely up to you. The alternatives are so many. There's a ChatGPT 4, ChatGPT 5, the latest version, and there's a Gemini 2.4, there's a Claude 4, right? And there's a Perplexity if you're into research. So Grok 4 packs real-time data, smart reasoning, and multimodal flair into one powerful AI. It's an exciting leap into XAI journey if you're looking for a live search, enable AI, or creative coding partner, and you don't mind caps or subscriptions tier. This model is best for you, I think so. So if this helps, by the way, just keep an eye on these models, because every few weeks, after every month, there's a new model and that surpasses the old model, right? It's a lot better. And obviously this is start of an AI, and every day the new AI models is going to come in the market, and it will surprise you in a new way. So if you're into AI, then just yeah, keep learning and keep searching. Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe, and if you want such more videos, make sure to just comment down, we will make a video.